Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candid Media every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share with friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. We have Saffron Tiger back with us. Welcome, Saffron.
Namaste, Meenaji. I hope
Yeah,
you're doing well, and it's a
fine.
pleasure to share screen with you again.
Yeah, yeah. Today, viewers, Saffron is going to strip the SSRian, fake SSRians down to what they actually are. And as you know, he doesn't mince words and he is true to what he says. So, this is going to be a very interesting session for you because of all the hangama that has been created, using SSR's name, to do whatever they wanted to do or achieve what they wanted to achieve. So, this is a session that I'm sure, will make most of you think about what's really happening in the Justice for SSR's, what do you say,
Campaign.
movement.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
All right, Meenaji. So let me start off by first of all lauding the efforts of all our viewers who have
yeah.
been.
Saffron, just before
Yeah.
we start, I just wanted to give one news about the animals, the zoo animals, you know, uh, in uh, in Ukraine. The, this is sent to us by Anuradha Kurup. She said that Kiev zoo animals saved and ready for relocation. They did it, guys. This is tweeted by Orna. So she says all of them are alive, but the check in lasts for 8 hours in the frost. People and animals are exhausted. We fear for the old tiger, around 50 other species, and one lion. A quick wet check in, borderline wet, much appreciated. Despite the other procedures, we cannot describe how tired and stressed we are. They're waiting until they finally set off to Poland, Poznan, Poland. So why I wanted to mention this is, Saffron, the animals were brave enough to stay behind while the president himself is in hiding, either in Poland or in some bunker. So that's the difference between animals and human beings.
Ma'am, interestingly, these animals are totally opposite of the animals which have infiltrated the SSR movement.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
And the animals in your zoo.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I think it's about time. I think it's long pending that we should stop talking in animal
Yeah,
terminology
absolutely.
and
Yeah,
start taking their names because enough is enough. There is a
yeah,
limit to everything.
yeah,
I would like to first start off by saying, by lauding efforts of all of these viewers who have been consistently pursuing justice for SSR non-stop
yeah.
since 14th June 2020 to today. And I'm sure they will be with us, with you, and with every other justice seeker until we get justice for SSR. Now we have to
Absolutely.
understand one thing, what is happening actually here. I have seen that certain elements who have infiltrated this SSR movement have tried to portray themselves as the messiah, as the leader of the SSR movement, just because they came on Republic channel and they were like, interviewed by Arnab Goswami and they gave some other interviews on some other channels. One thing that I want to mention very clearly is that it is high time that people start noticing what they are actually doing.
Yeah,
Initially, they infiltrated the SSR movement. They tried to expose Riya Chakrabarti, but the truth was that they were themselves close to Riya Chakrabarti. Yes, I am talking about none other than our very dear Miss Smitha Parikh. I think Smitha Parikh is one of the most dangerous element who has infiltrated the SSR movement. And now, by her clear association and the proximity with Sister Priyanka, you can see how dangerous it can be for the movement.
absolutely.
Now, anybody who has been following her since day one to this day can see the flip flops she has done. They can see the expose, the videos, the audio recordings which came out. All of those are private conversations, I agree, but now since those private conversations have been leaked out in public, it has become public knowledge. In those conversations, she has clearly said that she has very easy access to Matoshri. Ministers from the MVA government are on advisory board of her NGO, which is questionably involved in a lot of shady activities, allegedly involved in some of the activities which I shouldn't be, like, even I'm ashamed to talk about on a live channel. Also, she said that Sushant was dragged from staircase while he was murdered. People from her group, she has formed a gang over these couple of years. She has formed a gang on social media, which she uses to promote herself, which she uses to malign other justice seekers like yourself, like me. There have been umpteen number of times where she has orchestrated these attacks from fake IDs by paying people on a weekly basis. Other thing that she has said, or one of her team member has said, that there was a SSR video of murder which was shown to one of their members by someone from NCP. Now, what does this NCP stand for? Is it a political party,
Mm,
Nationalist Congress Party, or is it a Hafta Vasuli Party, Nationalist Collection Party?
absolutely.
Which party? Now, these allegations, or these sensational claims, so to speak, were made way earlier, like in the year of 2020. And now you see, where is Smitha Parikh?
Yeah,
Now she's hand in gloves with Priyanka. And now what they are doing, they are trying to give clean chit to Bollywood by
yeah,
saying, oh no, you don't have to boycott the entire Bollywood. There are some few good people in Bollywood. You should see those people. Why are you boycotting the entire Bollywood? I condemn. I condemn this attack on Vivek Agnihotri ji, and I would like to apologize on behalf of all of the SSRians. अरे हो कौन आप कौन हो? आप तो वहां पे थे भी नहीं जब विवेक अग्निहोत्री जी का स्पेस चल रहा था. When there was a space going on, you weren't even there, or you were there with some fake IDs, or you may have sent some of your chamchas to listen into those spaces, right? And then she comes and plays like holier than thou in front of
yeah,
social media, saying that, oh, I condemn and I personally apologize, Vivek Agnihotri ji. Why is she trying to infiltrate the SSR movement? Why is she trying to dilute the SSR movement by giving clean chit to someone? Was Vivek
exactly.
Agnihotri active just like the other SSRians for
Yeah,
seeking justice for Sushant Singh Rajput? अरे इसमें से कितने लोग हैं जो एसएसआर को पर्सनली जानते नहीं थे, फिर भी
yeah,
दिन रात अपनी आवाज उठा रहे हैं. विवेक अग्निहोत्री जी तो एसएसआर को पर्सनली जानते थे. उन्होंने तो कहा है ऑन रिकॉर्ड कि एसएसआर मेरे बहुत अच्छे दोस्त थे. फिर भी उन्होंने इतनी आवाज नहीं उठाई. तो आप कौन होती हो स्मिता पारेख उसे क्लीन चिट देने वाली? कौन होती हो आप? दूसरी बात, मैम, सॉरी, आई एम गोइंग ऑन विथ
no,
माय
please,
मोनोलॉग.
no, please mix with Hindi as well. It's welcome.
Yeah. So this is one thing, okay. And secondly, soon after, there was when Smita Parikh deleted that tweet in
Yes,
where she had apologized to Vivek Ognihotri, when all of the SSRians, our wonderful SSRians, confronted her.
yeah,
She deleted that tweet, and then what did she do? In a couple of days, she conducted a space, which was, I think, yesterday or day before, and bought Priyanka ji there as validation. And Priyanka ji is like, you should not boycott the entire Bollywood. हम क्यों नहीं करे boycott entire Bollywood को? अरे आपका तो भाई गया है ना. आप कहते हो ना कि आपका भाई गया है. You cannot understand our pain. We are understanding your pain. That's why we are saying we don't want anything to do with Bollywood. But why are you not boycotting the entire Bollywood? Tell us, Priyanka ji, why are you not boycotting the entire Bollywood? आपका तो सगा भाई गया है. हमारा तो कोई नहीं था वो. He was not our blood relative. Still, we are ready to boycott the entire Bollywood. But why, Priyanka ji, your real brother, your own brother, has been brutally murdered, and you are keeping quiet and you are saying that don't boycott the entire Bollywood. There are some good people in the entire Bollywood. You should watch them, but boycott the others who are ruling the roost. We, as SSRians, have gone against our own family to seek justice for your brother who is not alive to speak for himself. I know so many people who call me or who text me saying that we cannot keep our profile picture or we are here by some different names because our families don't support this campaign. They think that you are wasting your time, that nothing is going to come out of this.
Mm.
And still, day and night, they join spaces. They will tweet. They even unfortunately, some of these people have even fallen prey to the hashtag scam that has been
Yeah.
going on Twitter.
Mm.
And all of these things have been happening, but still, the family, I don't know, some innocent SSRians are still saying that the family is under some kind of pressure. If they are under pressure, then we are there to voice for them.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
should come out and speak. Why are they so scared of Smitha Parikh? But that's not what's happening. What's happening is
Such
that
a, Saffron, such a similar scene was seen when the mayor, sat with Disha's parents. What was that? That was another dhamki. Don't forget that.
exactly right. Right. So Disha Salian's family, that is altogether a different ball game for me. But here, because Smitha Parikh is one person that I have like identified way earlier in the movement, and I keep a very close watch on her activities. Everything that she's doing, it is with a very venomous and hideous agenda behind it.
Yeah.
She said in the space that लोग जो टारगेट करते हैं मुझे फेक न्यूज फैलाते हैं. अरे क्या फेक न्यूज फैला रहे हैं? आप ही ने तो कहा है रिकॉर्डिंग में, आप ही की तो आवाज है वो. आप आके बोल दीजिए या फिर कि हमारी आवाज नहीं है. मैं तो कितने बार कहता हूं, हमारे घर पे अगर कोई कुत्ता भी मर जाए तो हम लोग इतने मायूस हो जाते हैं, महीना महीना भर खाना नहीं जाता है, हलक के नीचे उतरता नहीं है. आपका तो भाई गया है, उसके लिए हम लड़ रहे हैं. The least we expect from you is vehement support,
Absolutely.
vehement support in this justice for SSR, who is your own brother. And you are saying that no, don't boycott Bollywood completely. क्यों नहीं करे? Is there any ulterior motive you have there? Why is there a need for you to come on space and clarify don't boycott Bollywood completely? Tell me, Priyanka ji, do you have the guts to answer that question? And we are not going to spare anyone, be it
See,
family,
here
be it.
also, Saffron, just like N.R. Srinivasan says, bullshit, who is she to tell us what to do? And has she done her role as a lawyer, would have gone in a positive way. See, she has the advantage of being a lawyer as well, so she would know many more things than a layman does.
Absolutely. She knows the nitty gritty of the law. She knows the correct sections which should have been imposed, which could have been imposed, which would have imposed more pressure on the agencies, on the law enforcement system, and the concerned authorities to drive the case in forward direction. See, it doesn't take a genius to understand that the judicial process is very complicated and sluggish. But you are part of the system, Priyanka ji. You know the laws in and out. You hired a lawyer, that lawyer fought for you, and then the lawyer is suddenly seen shaking hands with Bollywood. The family is seen vouching for certain elements in Bollywood. Your other sister, who does not who lives a lavish life in USA, she is seen congratulating Notankita, saying, giving all praises about her. She is more concerned about going out on dates and posting those pictures for the page which was originally created for justice for SSR. And then when some
Absolutely.
people question, then you feel bad. अरे family को क्यों target कर रहे हो? Until what time are we going to give the clean sheet?
Yeah.
Now it has come to that the sisters. When I say family, let me make myself very clear. When I say
Yeah.
family, I mean these two sisters,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Priyanka
Mm.
and Shweta.
Yeah.
Until what time are we going to keep quiet and keep believing like blindly? So many people have believed blindly in Smitha Parikh. Where has that gotten us?
Mm.
Witnesses have been bought. Then there is some other YouTuber who has bought some another celebrity on his show. I mean, I don't understand what is going, what has gotten into their brains.
Yeah.
Have we all forgotten why we came here? Why we came into this movement? Of
Yeah.
course, there have been mistakes. I say that, like, mistakes have been committed by so many people in this, including me. I have committed some of the biggest mistakes, but you need to own them and make sure that you are not repeating them. You need
Yeah.
to learn something from them. But what are we doing with people like Smitha Parikh? Even that, I think, I don't know how much is Nilotpal Mrunal now contributing towards this campaign. I don't follow that person, but I mean, I asked the same question. Yesterday, I was part of a space where Sandeep Fogart was also there. I asked one question: why are people not questioning him? That
Mm.
Aditya Pancholi is openly promoting him 3 years after Jia Khan's death. 3 years
Mm.
after Jia
Mm.
Khan's death. Ajaz Khan has promoted him.
Yeah.
And there are several other celebrities who have promoted him.
Yeah.
He's such a powerful person in that aspect. Then, if you put two and two together, why are
Yeah.
people not questioning? Why do they get scared? Are they scared, or
Mm.
they hate us more so that they want to choose between an evil and a lesser evil?
Yeah.
Nobody questions these people. I mean, I don't
Absolutely.
understand. We do share the same sentiment. यहाँ पे इतने लोग जस्टिस की लड़ाई में इसीलिए शामिल हुए हैं क्योंकि उनको ऐसा लगता है कि कल हमारे किसी चाहने वाले के साथ ऐसा हो सकता है.
Yeah.
And we see the wrong in the system.
Yeah.
And I agree that sometimes to change the system, you have to be part of the system. But until how long are you going to put on this charade in front of
Yeah.
people?
See, if you criticize, they will say that you have some sort of an enmity with them. You know, see, why would you need some, jealousy for you to talk about someone? If you want to criticize someone who's doing something wrong, it's your full right to do it. If you've got the facts right, you can say it. It's not because you're jealous or you're envious of that person. So whatever you are saying is something that you have experienced over this more than 1.5 years after Sushant died.
Ma'am, I can understand if you were associated with some celebrity from Bollywood, if people were associated before Sushant died, and this filth did not come out in front of people in the manner which it has now.
Yeah.
Even you knew Vivek ji from a long time, and you shared some kind of rapport with him, but you were very frank to call him out on Twitter when you saw
Yeah.
that something was said
When they
by
went
him.
to when they went to wish Ekta, she
Right.
he and Kangana went to wish Ekta on her birthday.
Exactly. So you confronted him. I mean, hats off to you. You did not think about your personal rapport. आपने तो नहीं सोचा कि यार मैं क्यों जाके ट्वीट करूं, मेरी रिलेशनशिप में क्यों खराब करूं. एसएसआर तो मर चुका है, वो तो वापस आने नहीं वाला है. आपने तो नहीं सोचा. आप तो सीधा जाके आपने सभी के सामने कन्फ्रंट किया. Who are all these viewers to you? They are not your blood relative, but
Yeah.
still you went ahead and you confronted. You took a stand. That's why people come and watch you on your channel.
Yeah.
So I don't understand what has happened to others. Why are we seeking validation from Bollywood? Why are we trying to give, oh no, this guy makes films on Kashmiri Pandit, so we should support him. अरे आप पहले डिसाइड कर लो कि आप इस मूवमेंट में किस लिए आए हो. We are like, I think today or a few hours ago, Nilesh Rane tweeted that खेल आपने शुरू किया है, हम खत्म करेंगे. What all rubbish is going on, and people are liking and retweeting it? Is it some sort of a game for you guys?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I just went ahead and wrote there that please stop doing this bullshit if you can do, because you are in a position of power. If you
Mm.
can do something substantial, go ahead and do it. But
Yeah.
stop this uh, hogwash
Yeah.
stuff that is going on social media. Today I'm little more worked up than I usually am,
Yeah.
because I'm
No,
really
no.
hurt.
You're justified about it because see, you've been watching this nonsense for so long. Every time you think that, you see, something positive about Sushant Singh case will come out,
Mhm.
immediately you see Smitha coming, holding Priyanka's hand, and talking about how sad they feel. They don't feel sadness. I don't see any sadness other than the melodrama that they're showing. You know, the viewers are the ones who feel sad.
Somebody was asking me about what's your take on Style Rug. I think Style Rug is a good YouTuber. We don't we are not on talking terms for a long time. Uh, I think people are also asking this. I'm assuming people are asking this because Vivek Agnihotri has come on his platform before. So I think that this all happened when Vivek Agnihotri's this side was not seen by any of us. Even I thought that he was in pursuit for justice for SSR. So I don't think that you should hold Style Rug accountable for anything. I think he is
Yep.
doing good work. But yeah, we are not on talking terms. That is a different story.
Mm.
But I think anybody, see, regardless of whether you have views which you agree or you disagree with, I think basic sense should prevail, that which are the people we want to like you know take ahead with us. Like, I am honored that I am part of a justice movement where I am working with all the viewers who give me information. Sometimes there are so many times when they know more than I do,
Yes.
and I can say that, oh, okay, this is the information that I can bring in front of people. And yeah, I'm sure many YouTubers, regardless of our differences, have done that in past. I was very pained to see Amir Khan's brother coming on Bharat's channel, and uh, the way he was saying that अगर आपको जस्टिस फॉर सुशांत सिंह राजपूत और जस्टिस फॉर दिशा सालियान के लड़ाई में अगर मेरी फिल्म भी बॉयकॉट करनी है तो बिल्कुल करो. अरे भाई, आप बताने क्यों आ रहे हो? वी आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड. वी आर गोइंग टू बॉयकॉट. Boycott means 100% boycott. Be it Netflix, be it Amazon, anything. 100% boycott. You don't have to come and tell us. And why are we giving platform to such elements?
Absolutely.
Have you forgotten that there is this concept of negative publicity? If I am going to say, if I bring some celebrity who is going to release his film and says that no, 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 boycott my movie, there will be still people who would be interested to see. ओह, इसने ऐसा बोला है क्या? क्या है ऐसी इसकी पिक्चर में? चलो जाके देखते हैं. चलो उसका यूट्यूब पे ट्रेलर देखते हैं. देयर पर्पस इज सर्व्ड.
Yeah. Absolutely. Also,
So
see, bear in mind one thing, Saffron, that in no way have the sisters given the SSRians any reassurance, that they're doing anything extra in the SSR case. In fact, what we have done is much more than what they have done. So I don't understand, especially again, given the fact that she's also a lawyer. Priyanka is also a lawyer. She would know exactly how Indian judiciary works. She would know where whether there's any corruption, whether people can be wooed to give the truth. Yet nothing has happened. And this makes SSRians absolutely angry. And then when you come with someone as fake as Smitha Parikh, it's just a double dose.
ma'am, tell me one thing. uh, what are we doing now? They say that, Priyanka ji said that the people from the other side. So okay, let's assume that she means us,
Hmm.
or whosoever who don't support them. So we are part of that other group. So what are we doing as opposed to what are they doing? We are bringing out truth in front of people. We are asking them that if you think that we are doing something wrong, question us.
Yeah,
Tell us what are we doing wrong, and why. Ask us why are we doing it. They won't do that. What are they doing? Oh, let's plan this function, let's plan that event, let's plan plant for Sushant.
yeah.
Arey
Even in the
bhai,
case of Samir Wankade, what was Smitha Parikh saying? We will give you an award. What importance is your award? Who are you? I mean, if you're talking about the Nobel Prize or things like that, of course, we'll all wake up and ask, oh, is it really for Samir Wankre? Smitha Parikh giving an award? For what? And what is her credibility?
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. I know of so many people who worked closely with her at one point. They have said so many things to me about this lady, and I would be very careful, even, being somewhere in her vicinity. That level of no different than Riya Chakrabarti. Absolutely no different than Riya Chakrabarti. Highly opportunistic person who has been able to get hold of Priyanka and has totally brainwashed her, or maybe I don't know, was already hand in gloves with her. I don't know what that is. I won't speak on what I don't know. But what do I know is that absolutely from hereafter, I cannot trust प्रियंका एंड स्मिता पारिक स्मिता पारिक को तो पहले भी भरोसा नहीं था प्रियंका whatever she used to say I used to think that okay it's her own brother must be under pressure etc but now after the last space I am sorry to say this but I am not going to trust anything that comes from their mouth and I have my reasons for it because I don't want to spend my time, my energy, my interest in figuring out, oh, is she saying this under pressure from Smita Parikh or does she really think that way? I don't have time for that. I was not here when I came into this movement. I did not know that Priyanka was SSR's sister or who SSR's sister was. I did not know that. And I'm sure many people did not know. We are not here for the family. We are here for justice for SSR, with
Yeah.
or without family. We are going to ask tough questions. And not only to family, we are also going to bash NCB. Who is the official Twitter handler of NCB? Who is the boss at NCB who has given rights for the social media handler to post such tweets which are showing support to Bollywood stars? I mean, Shilpa Shetty? Really?
And parallel to this, you see in Instagram her sister walking drunk, in a drunk state, and her mother and her boyfriend are helping her to walk. It is this culture that we are going to tell all the viewers that see, please follow them. What is their style?
It's a very simple thing. You ask people of what they have done in past, which is not sitting right with this movement. If you are supporting Nilotpal Mrinal in this SSR campaign, you are insulting Jia Khan's mother, the alleged killer, the alleged person of interest
Yeah.
in Jia Khan's mother is promoting that person
Yeah.
who thinks of himself as leader of SSR movement,
Yeah.
who has threatened me and several others, harassed people, sent fake defamation suites of crores, and nobody has the guts to say that. Nobody has the guts. It's okay if you hate me, if they hate you, but at least if you are here for SSR, at least you should ask the right questions. People, I mean, I think maybe we all have become so we have been like played with. I got played by the lawyer. Many people did. I was just like because I was with him, I felt like all the more sevenfold times. Many people got played by each other. I worked closely with some YouTubers. Many fights happened. All of that happened. Now I think we all have our own territory. At least be responsible with it
Yeah.
because people are watching you. It's okay. There was enough drama, enough fake narratives, all of that said and done and dusted with. But going forward, if something like this coming from family and specifically Priyanka, then how are you going to trust? We don't want to कोई प्लेकार्ड लेके खड़े रहने की जरूरत नहीं है कि हम फैमिली को सपोर्ट करते हैं। हमको प्लेकार्ड लेके खड़े रहने की जरूरत नहीं है। हम आपके भाई के लिए है, इसका मतलब हम फैमिली को सपोर्ट करते हैं। बट क्या आप अपने भाई को सपोर्ट करते हो?
That's a question.
डू यू सपोर्ट एसएसआर द वे वी डू? आपके लिए कहना, हम भी कह सकते हैं कि यार आप लोग, यू आर लाइक यू नो गिविंग, यू आर क्रिएटिंग अ फ्री पास फॉर योर सेल्फ बाय सेइंग अरे आपका भाई थोड़ी गया है, आपको क्या पता? Yeah, we thought that, and that's why we felt guilty initially. We didn't question you. But just because we were not questioning you does not mean that you will come and say anything you want on space.
Yeah.
If you can say anything you want, even we can say anything we want.
Absolutely.
And we will. And now you can see that people are already, see, the best thing about karma and time is, Meenaji, that people eventually expose themselves.
Yeah.
Anybody and everybody in this movement, they have exposed themselves.
See, even in the case of Samir Wankade, see how decent he was. When he came for an interview with us, he never spoke ill of the NCB. He never spoke ill about the politicians who are siding, these Bollywooders. Okay, he was only respect. He said, "See, wherever I am posted, whatever is given to me, I'll fulfill it with maximum sincerity." But look at the way NCB is behaving. First they tried to mudsling him, saying that he had selected only Bollywood so that he will get a big name. Not forgetting the fact that he arrested 300 other peddlers, dons, and so many people before that. Okay, so just see the way NCB has betrayed a righteous, officer, and yet because Samir is righteous, he did not bite back. He did not hit back. That is his character.
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. Like, I really wish there was a way to get some response from the authorities, from the agencies. I know that so many people, even from our viewers section, have gone and given so many of their findings and leads to the agencies. And on top of that, like after such a long time, what does the agency do? Same thing that Kiran Rijiju also did, made spokesperson to Salman Khan,
Yeah.
right? And this is not about any particular party or anything. We are not going to spare anyone because we are here for justice for SSR. And I echo your thoughts. I know that, I don't know, ma'am, is it okay for me to say what you just said to me before the program started?
Yeah, please.
But it was,
Yeah,
we,
absolutely.
we had a very candid discussion, and Meena ji told me that so long as Smriti Irani is there, we have very less hopes that justice will be served in
Absolutely.
SSR case, because
That's a
she
fact.
is so hand in gloves with the entire cabal that, and the worst part is that she is in a powerful position where she can
See, not
manipulate
only
people.
that, see, the more she endorses Ekta Kapoor, who is one of the seven production homes who hounded SSR. She's also one of the people who's in who in whose series so many people have died, and police have said these are accidents. These are hangings, suicidal, not actual murders. Never bothered about that. Siddharth died. So many people died. Ekta never questioned. So when you show your affinity towards people like Ekta Kapoor, Karan Johar, Shah Rukh Khan, there is something very, very wrong there. If you support Samir Wankade, we understand. You're a patriot. And what did Narendra Modi ji say? He said, "Na khayenge, na khane denge." That was his
Absolutely.
motto when he came into power. And he said he will bring transparency. What is the transparency that this lady is showing? In one hand, she's saying that SSR, that SSR's murder will be avenged or we will get justice. That is the government stand. What is her personal stand? I will stand with the Bollywood A-listers,
We'll
no matter
create a
what
Zoom
happens.
session.
Yeah, no matter
She
what
is,
happens.
yeah. and she is more interested in creating Zoom sessions with all of these cabal members and whitewash them. Ma'am, even even in this movement, there was a time when, people used to think, I would say, for all the people who come, like me, you, and other YouTubers, we used to think that, do we want to share screen with this person or that person? Because what will people think? There used to be, let's be honest about it. But people like Smriti Irani, they have no shame. They don't think.
See what happens is, Saffron. See, whenever we criticize, especially this, this evacuation that happened, okay,
Right.
it is thanks to Narendra Modi and the foreign ministry, and also, the minister behind it. So, VK Singh, who had earlier experience in that as well. Now, what is the reason for her to jump into a plane and show her linguistic skills or act like Mother Teresa? There's absolutely no need. But then it's important because election time is coming, and she needs to show that she's a clean face. Okay. So if I criticize that, immediately the kind of tweets that hit me are that, are you envious? Okay. Then why don't you go and evacuate these people? Well, that's not my job. Okay. I'm not here to evacuate people. That I don't have that portfolio. Okay. The portfolio is strictly that of the foreign minister, and the ambassadors involved in this. Okay. Second thing is, I don't understand, if I criticize either a female minister or a male minister, that is my right in a democratic country. I can criticize anybody. If Smriti Irani is vouching for a person like Mauni Roy, I can ask her a question. How well do you know Mauni? Okay, and what are the things that she's been doing that she has such a palatial house without any movies in hand? What
Absolutely.
I would like the IT to check, what are the earnings? I would like the ED to check where the money is coming from. Are there any shell companies involved in this? Okay, so these are questions I can ask Smriti before you vouch for someone like her or Ekta Kapoor. Okay, Ekta Kapoor is famous, as we all know, for the exploitation of young men and women. Okay. So, if you're talking about, you go on large, events and you speak about the protection of women and young children. These are the very young children, these young girls who are being exploited by being given drug-induced drinks to make them act in sexual movies. So, isn't that sex exploitation?
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah?
Not
As a
going to.
minister of women and child protection, does that section not matter to you? Why are people so scared of the casting couch, which you're forced to do? Not only the director, the producer, and the actor, but also the choreographer. Is this what a woman has to do if she has to shine in films? First and foremost, Bollywood has to be completely cleaned. Okay? We don't want ministers who are attached to Bollywood speaking on their behalf. Okay? So this has to be openly said. Initially she said that, so sad, Sushant Singh died. That tweet was removed, and then later she just said, I feel bad about this. Okay, how did she know that it was a suicide? You know, a life gone too soon, or some words like that. So this was the same thing that Akshay Kumar had said, and this was the same thing that the other guy, what is his name, who lives very close to him, the actor who tweeted first thing in the morning. He also said, Dino Morio. Okay, this is the same thing Ekta Kapoor said. Everybody had built the suicide theory, so they were all 100% sure that Sushant Singh had committed suicide. When everybody who saw the pictures knew that he had been strangled and killed, most heinously. Okay, so my advice to politicians like her is that, please get out of this. Don't get attached, to an industry, where something is being probed, a case is being investigated. Okay, they may be your friends, but even a small, a sort of a quotation or a remark makes you suspicious in this. So that's my take on that. Yeah.
Ma'am, I would like to also talk about one character in this SSR movement that I haven't mentioned yet in these almost 18 months of struggle for justice. Uh, there is this guy called Bhupesh, uh, who is so-called a forensic specialist guy who has done a lot of forensic analysis by seeing the pictures and all that information. I see that there is no love lost between Dipti Pinati ji and him, and there has been some online fights.
Yeah,
And because of that, just because he had a fight with you guys, he went ahead and shook hands with Smita Parikh,
yeah,
right? Now, I would like to tell you something about this guy. Uh, when I was working with Vibhor, we had one lady by the name of Gitu Maggo,
yeah,
advocate Gitu Maggo, who had uploaded a video on her YouTube channel where Sahil Khan,
mm,
Moshin Khan, and Sam Khan, these three people were seen around SSR's apartment on the day he died. And she made some really spot on, unmistakable analysis. But unfortunately, her YouTube channel reach was not that good. So she approached me and showed her willingness that I want to come on your channel and do this show. So when we decided to get her on our show, I spoke to her and she told me that this guy Bhupesh, he is strongly discouraging me to come and say this thing on our channel. Why was he stopping her? I never mentioned this guy. Never did I, I wanted to talk to him, so I reached out to Bhupesh, but I did not get any response. But I want to know, why did he stop Gitu Maggo from coming on our channel and presenting the information in front of people? And then, right a day after Gitu Maggo's show went live, she got stern threatening. She got like stern, like very. She got threatened by a Shiv Sena minister, and then she cried in front of me and said that please आप वो वीडियो डिलीट करो, मुझसे बहुत बड़ी गलती हो गई. I told her that if you are going to come and expose this thing, something might happen. Are you sure? She's an advocate.
mm,
At that time, she said, आपको पता नहीं है, आप तो सिर्फ टीवी होस्ट हो, मैं तो ये हूँ, क्या कहते हैं, मैं तो एडवोकेट हूँ. मेरी पहुंच कहाँ तक है आपको पता नहीं है. एंड अ डे आफ्टर वी वेंट लाइव शी वाज क्राइंग लाइक अ बेबी एंड सेड दैट मुझे इससे कुछ नहीं लेना देना है, सैफरन सर आप प्लीज वो वीडियो डिलीट करो. एंड दैट आई डिलीटेड दैट वीडियो बिकॉज इन गुड फेथ आई हैड टू, राइट? If she is being threatened for her life, I had to. And that video is nowhere to be seen. And she has nothing to do with the movement. She left the movement. She went ahead in her life. Whatever happened, happened thereafter. But the point that I'm saying is that people, how they are, after getting certain following, how they are manipulating the followers. The followers are the followers are not here for the YouTubers. The followers are here for justice. So all I would like to say is that, like, I would like to plead to all of the followers and viewers that if you see anything wrong done by any YouTuber or any fellow justice seeker, you question them. That includes us, that includes Meenaji, that includes everyone.
absolutely.
If you think that anything wrong is being done, you question them and see if they are responding to your question or not. If they are running away from your question, तो फिर दाल में कुछ काला है या फिर पूरी दाल ही काली है. When the food gets contaminated, I won't see whether the roti is contaminated or the sabzi is contaminated or the dal is contaminated. Somebody is asking what is her YouTube channel name. Jaswant, Jaswant, I think she deleted her channel because she was so scared. She had the channel by name of Advocate Gitu Maggo, but it's not there anymore. So, and this same guy, Bhupesh, has joined hands with Smitha Parikh now, the crocodile of the SSR movement. the most dangerous animal in this movement,
Yeah.
the most fake, most dangerous. And I don't know, I think whatever kind of words that I might have to use, I think the less said the better about this lady.
Yeah.
When lawyer got arrested, Vibhor Anand got arrested, she knew a week in advance, I think 2 weeks in advance, that this is going to happen. That means she had ties with the Shiv Sena.
Yeah.
There were leaked recordings where she said कि मातोश्री में तो मेरा बहुत इजी एक्सेस है, परमबीर सिंह तो मेरा 15 साल पुराना दोस्त है.
Yeah.
15 साल पुराना दोस्त. So now if you, in lawyers terms, if you connect the dots, परमबीर सिंह उसका 15 साल पुराना दोस्त है, मातोश्री में उसको इजी एक्सेस मिल रहा है. She is trying to give clean shit to Bollywood. What's her agenda? She is like another Smriti Irani in the making. Does she want to become a producer? Does she want to become another Ekta in the cabal? Or does she want to become a politician? Or she just wants to play a remote control modus operandi? What does she want to do?
See, even here, see, what happens is in Smriti's case is that she piggybacks on others' backs. Now that Yogi ji has done so much of work, Yogi ji and Modi ji have done so much of work in UP, the moment they win, she'll be there, saying that I am the sister, I am the mother of Amethi, I am the one who made, UP win. This is the role of opportunists, and here again, we see that again and again. Politicians cannot be trusted except for a very few people.
अरे हिजड़े भी जहाँ पे शादी होती है वहां पे नाचने इसलिए जाते हैं क्योंकि वो उनका प्रोफेशन है, वो उनकी उनकी कमाई वहां से होती है. उनको इज्जत नहीं मिलती है उस समाज में जो उन्हें मिलनी चाहिए. आप तो एक इंसान हो, या फिर आप एक्सेप्ट कर लो. व्हाई डोंट यू एक्सेप्ट दैट यू आर हियर टू सेकोफाई योर रोटी? You are here to fulfill your ulterior motives. At least clear in front of people. What are you here for? Why you targeted other YouTubers? Why you always threatened people? Batao. Hema has asked the right question. Why does she always accompany Priyanka Di? That is a question you should ask to Priyanka Di. Hema, that's a very right question.
Yeah.
Why is Priyanka being mouthpiece of crocodile?
Yeah.
Smitha Parikh, I know you are watching this.
Yeah.
If you are not watching, your friends are watching it and they will let you know.
Is
I
the
am
same thing
going.
with Ujjwal Trivedi also?
Oh, Ujjwal Trivedi. What should I say about him, ma'am? Extremely egoistical person. Egotistical. He has been making money interviewing Bollywood stars. Nothing wrong with it. Okay? Nothing wrong with it. He's part of the cabal, is all I'm saying. Suddenly, SSR dies, and then he starts speaking for justice for SSR. He's secofying his own rotia. Prior to that, left, right, center, he used to interview these Bollywood people. It's not like he was not aware of the filth. He knew the filth. What did he do to clean the filth? He was waiting for someone like SSR to get murdered. SSR died. He got killed. So many people, there was global outrage. So these people found opportunity. एक को नेता बनना था, एक को एनजीओ और अर्नब के शो पे आना था, एक लेडी को, एक इंसान को नेता बनना था, एक को अर्नब के शो पे आना था, और तीसरा जो है उसको अपना यूट्यूब चैनल अच्छे से चलाना था. इस चक्कर में काफी लोगों ने, ये तीन की ही बात नहीं करूंगा, काफी लोगों ने अपने जो है पैसे कमाए, काफी पैसे कमाए. बट ठीक है यार, अगर आप पैसा कमा के अगर आप जस्टिस के दिशा में चल रहे हो तो हम समझ भी सकते हैं. बट आप लोगों को मैनिपुलेट कर रहे हो. आप कह रहे हो कि बॉलीवुड को हमने कंप्लीटली बॉयकॉट नहीं करना चाहिए. आप परमबीर सिंह को जब अरेस्ट होते हैं तब आप चुप बैठे, फिर आपके ऊपर बैकलैश हुआ. व्हेन एवरीबॉडी वेंट हैमर एंड टोंग्स ओवर स्मिता पारेख, दैट्स व्हेन शी ट्वीटेड अगेंस्ट परमबीर सिंह. What were you waiting for? Every time are we going to push you? And now she is hand in gloves with Priyanka. So every time she does something wrong, she will host a space. She will get Priyanka to be her mouthpiece. ये
Also,
देखो,
don't forget the fact, Saffron, that when Sushant Singh's body was lying in bed, what did the sister do? You can see that the spine was broken. You could see marks in the neck, injections on his neck. Okay, there was a black mark on his eye. Okay, you mean to say the sister did not know what happened to her brother? No
अरे
questions were asked.
अरे ये सब सवाल मैम मेरे दिमाग में भी आए थे, उस वक्त आए थे मेरे दिमाग में, बट उस वक्त मुझे लगा कि ठीक है, चलो, शी मस्ट बी अंडर ट्रॉमा, मस्ट बी इन सम काइंड ऑफ अ शॉक. What bothered me was that Sandeep Singh, acting like the very great project manager at the site, as if it's like a construction site and buildings are being made or bought down, and he is instructing, oh, you do this, you do that, showing thumbs up and whatnot to people around him. I don't understand one thing, that until how long can people stop seeing the evident details, and like, you have to call out the elephant in the room. You cannot just say, oh, family under pressure hai, oh, family stress mein hai. अरे काय का घंटे के stress में है family? कोई stress में से नहीं.
And also, Saffron, don't forget the fact that this Nilotpal had absolutely no connection with the family at all. It is after Sushant Singh died that he attached himself to the family and said that he is connected to them. And he used to be seen in every pose, a photo with his father and all that. So look at the way they have squirmed into the life of a dead SSR and made positions very clear.
Anybody who knows SSR, even like followed him, okay, followed him. Do you think that SSR will surround himself by characters like Smitha Parikh, Nilotpal, Ganesh Hiwarkar? Ganesh Hiwarkar, like seriously, Ganesh Hiwarkar, the imbecile drunkard. To me, he is like the male version of Rakhi Sawant,
Yeah.
in the SSR movement.
Yeah. See here, Saffron, I wanted to say one more thing because Kritika has just raised this. See, there was a trailer of the lockup or lockdown or whatever that program is called of Ekta Kapoor's, and there you have Poonam, actually unzipping her top and showing her cleavage. Now, this is what Ekta is famous for: exposure of women. Doesn't Smriti, her best friend, know that? Sex exploitation of women is happening. Now, is there not going to be no censorship in this lockup thing? Will Anurag and all the other ministers join hands and say that it's okay to strip women of clothes in the excuse of saying that they are jailed and they can do anything? Kangana can do anything to them, make them say anything, do anything. If this is the culture that Ekta Kapoor is making for our youngsters, this is real Kali Yuga. Let us not support this.
Ma'am, this Smriti Irani won't go against Ekta Kapoor, because she would, like, lie down and simp to her, because she's the one who made her what she is today. If Ekta Kapoor would not have casted her, who would have known Smriti Irani? How she would have become the HRD minister of the country, right? She came in politics because she was in limelight. She came in limelight because of Ekta Kapoor. So she had nothing, and SSR didn't mean anything to her. SSR did not mean anything to her. Neither, I will be honest, before 14 June 2020, SSR was just like another actor for me. Didn't mean anything to me. But when I started seeing the shocking details, the emerging details, and saw that nobody from the family was coming out, nobody, that's when I thought that, oh, something needs to be done. What is going on? These pictures, they speak 1,000 words. A picture speaks 1,000 words. Look at Nitish Katara, his mom. 15-20 साल तक के वो मीडिया के सामने चिल्ला चिल्ला के अपने बच्चे के मर्डर के लिए बात करती रही. Look at Rabia ji. Poor lady, she is wherever she is in, be it Mumbai, Delhi, UK, she always voices for her daughter. It was not until now that, like, only now she is getting a lot more public support after SSR's murder. Prior to that, she was on her own and she fought her battle relentlessly, क्योंकि एक पेरेंट ही समझ सकता है. जिसके ऊपर दूसरे का जो दुख होता है ना, वो शीतल होता है, वो काफी ठंडा होता है. भाई बहनों को भी वो समझ में नहीं आता है. Only a parent can understand. My heart goes out only for the father and no one else in the family. Nobody. The sisters are more busy about, like, having a good time with their husbands, going out on dates, tweeting good stuff, being a mouthpiece for crocodile or Smitha Parikh. Yes, Smitha Parikh, I call you crocodile. Go file a defamation suit, whatever you
Also,
want to do.
P, yeah. Also, P, you cannot say please don't comment on SSR family. We're not talking about the SSR family. We're not talking about the father or anybody else. We're only talking about two sisters, and through their actions, this is what appears to us. Now, these are our opinions. You can have your own opinion. Nobody is forcing our opinion on you. If you're listening, that means you're interested in hearing the truth. If you're not, please leave the channel. You can always go to channels which you find are more friendly.
So yes, ma'am. These are the things, like, which were like really bothering me, and it's kind of like, sometimes it just accumulates slowly over a period of months to the point of no return, and then it all
See, here
comes out.
also, what I'd like to say is, Saffron, is that, see, I don't have anything against Vibhor, okay? Earlier, he did tell us things that he did open our eyes to a lot of things. And I really appreciated the fact that he said that very openly. So there was a point, there was a point where we started believing him. But then something's happened with the help of these people, this thing, what's her name, the crocodile, and all the others. When they entered in, things changed. You know, so after that, we stopped believing in him. So we don't have anything against Vibhor, friends. So let me make that very clear to you. In fact, we appreciated the fact that he did say some things which were very true in the beginning. And that led us on to further investigate what happened. So it actually helped us.
He did create a wave, I would like to say. He did create a wave in a manner no one else created at that time, and which touched at the grassroots level, but he did a horrible u-turn.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
after that, it was like, very difficult to believe him. And
Yeah,
now, like, to me, it's like beyond the point of no return. I
yeah,
think I could cannot expect any better from him.
absolutely. Yeah. So with that, I think, Saffron, we should
Oh, it's been already
wind.
an hour. I did not
Time is
realize.
just flown by, and brilliant comments from people coming and also criticizing and talking about it in detail. All of them want to thank you for this very brutally frank chat that you had, Saffron. As always, you don't mince words, and what you're saying is not without facts. I've seen that you check everything, and you always support your tweets with added facts. So there's nothing that you say that is just off the hat. Okay, so thank you for that.
My
Thank you
proud
for
privilege.
clarifying the air.
My proud privilege, Meenaji. It's always a pleasure to speak my heart out in on your platform. And there again, I would just like to say to all of the uh, front runners, so to speak, because I think that they are front runners in some way because people follow them and watch their channel. I think that it's high time that we become responsible and we start calling things for what they are. Please don't think that, like, by questioning the family you are going to lose followers or you are going to get bad name, because unless unless you stand for the truth, you can't achieve that ethos to fight for justice. I think always believe in something even if you are the last one standing. And that's why, Minaji, I'm really honored to say these things on your platform, and hopefully we will have another session, like coming Saturday, on something interesting.
In fact, Sumit says this one session a week is not enough. Ma'am is suggestion. Session twice a week with Saffron.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Saffron
maybe.
is so busy, and we try to squeeze in some time on Saturdays.
Right, we can
And
maybe.
you all know that Saffron is also a young father,
Yeah,
to a small kid. So he has other duties as well. But he's very sweet and he's very kind that he comes on Saturday. And and as say, the perfectionist that he is, he always checks, just to confirm the time as well. So these are qualities that will always stand him in good stead, because these are the qualities of someone who follows certain principles in life, and this is something I'm certainly sure Saffron Tiger has to a large extent.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. We'll try to create more than one session, for the next few weeks, if you have
Yeah,
bandwidth and if you have a slot. And
yeah,
until
certainly,
then, yeah.
certainly.
Until,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Thank you, and good night, Saffron.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night, and good night to all our viewers. Have a wonderful
Yours, yes.
weekend. Jai
Yeah.
Hind.
Thank you so much.